Go. All right, my name is Sandy Clemens, and I'm going to be talking to you about heart health. But before we started, I thought it would be interesting to talk to someone who's very near and dear to my heart, who recently had quadruple bypass surgery. And there she is. She's showing her lovely chest and her from stem to stern scar, as we call it. This is my dear friend Deborah Coppernell, who also happens to be my favorite sister, my only sister, but she's my dear favorite best friend sister. And I thought it was interesting for her to share first what happened to get her to go to the doctor, and then what happened after. I was going to show you the video that her surgeon sent to me of him sitting there holding her heart.
You should
I,
show it.
I
It's
was
very
gonna do that. I think it would make some people kind of queasy. If y'all want to see it, I'll send it to you. But it's fascinating that this doctor's holding her heart and looking at the new valves that they put in there. This is why I'm asking people to mute themselves. I can hear yelling. Um, this is why there it is. I asked her to be on here because most of the time when people think of heart issues, they think of, oh, I'm grabbing my left arm and there's a visualization and somebody crashing or falling down. And that actually isn't what happens most of the time. In fact, they call it the silent killer because a lot of people don't have any signs. Like Deborah, she's going to talk to you about what happened to her, and just kind of short and sweet to the point. But um, what happens to you with your heart does not happen overnight. It's a long process of things that happen. And I always tell people, so think about this. Everything that you've done right now is financially where you are with your finances. Everything that you've done right now is where you are with your relationship. And everything that you've done right now is what's happening to your heart and your health. And I do a lot of these talks. I do a lot of workshops. I have a bachelor's degree in science, and I work with a health and wellness company, which I'm going to talk about later, which is our job is to educate people on so many different levels of health and wellness. We are a health and wellness company. So the topics of health, of free radicals and inflammation and diabetes and gut health and all that is what we talk about all day long. I talk about gut health all day long, and I love it. And I love helping people get healthier. Example, my friend Tammy McMahon, who's on here, who has a camera because she can't see. I reached out to her because I saw that I went to this high school friend. I saw she's in a wheelchair. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And found out she had severe arthritis. And because of what we were able to do, Tammy's lost 188 pounds on our weight loss program. She's walking again. Her inflammation's under control. She's off her diabetes medicine, off her cholesterol medicine, off her depression medicines, all because I said, what happened? And then she took my advice. Now, I don't sell anything here. I'm going to ask you guys to take notes because there's going to be a lot of information. And if you want to take a picture of the screen, that's kind of the best thing that you can do. But I want to first by introducing you to Deborah Coppernall, our favorite quadruple bypass testimonial. This is Deborah.
Hi, y'all. Thank you, sweetheart. It's my baby sister, y'all. Give her a hand. She works hard on here. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Sandy asked me to talk to you about this because, first of all, I had no idea that I was sick. No idea. And typically, you hear stories about people having heart attacks and, oh, they grab their chest or they grab their shoulder, their left arm hurts. It happens to men. It does not happen to women. Men may have typical symptoms, but women typically do not have heart attack symptoms like we have grown up to believe. You might have you might have a headache, you might have back pain, you might have shoulder pain, you might feel like you've taken a bite of food that went down wrong, but you haven't eaten anything. Like maybe you swallowed a golf ball or something, or you shouldn't have. So I had not been feeling well for quite a while. I was just feeling like, Deborah, it's because you're fat and old and lazy. You just need to get up off your butt and move. And I didn't have the, yeah, Marcella, I see you shaking your head. But it's true. I just felt like I just needed to just get up and move, but I didn't have the strength to do it. And I'm going to warn you now, I'm going to cry sometime during this because they tell you when you have heart surgery, it makes you emotional. And I was already emotional. And now my husband's emotional because he had one too. And so now we sit and cry together. So that's kind of fun to have a partner. I did not know I was sick. I was tired all the time. And I'd be sitting watching television, nothing going on. We're watching a 2 hour movie. We're halfway through it. And all of a sudden my chest is going like this flutter that's real fast and hard. And it's like, oh, where'd that come from? That's weird. Okay, it's gone. I'm fine now. And then pretty soon, maybe I'd be sitting and doing nothing, sitting here at the computer. All of a sudden, my chest is heavy and it's like there's pressure on it. And oh, I'd have to take a deep breath and it's hard to catch my breath. And then it would be gone. So I'm thinking, okay, that's it. I'm just getting old, right? I need to lose I've lost 90 pounds. I need to lose another 40 pounds. And then all of a sudden, my husband of almost 50 years, who has never once been sick, he never had a cold, a flu, allergies, nothing. He said, I think I need to go to urgent care. I don't feel well. Took him to urgent care. They tried to put a Band-Aid on it. And they said, well, you have allergies. A week later, he went back and said, I still don't feel well. And they said, well, you have a summer cold. So 5 days later, he went back and they said, oh, you know what? You have an infection. Here's an antibiotic. If it doesn't work in a week, take this steroid we're going to give you. So in less than a week, just a few days later, one night, he said, I think you need to take me to the hospital. Took him to the hospital, went in, they immediately put him in intensive care. He was an AFib. His blood pressure was going from 55 to 195. Really, really slow, really, really strong. And 2 weeks later, he had a quadruple open heart bypass. He had what the surgeon told me, a widowmaker. And if they had not caught this, he would not have survived a heart attack. It was that bad. He had about 95% blockages everywhere. He was blocked. My husband was ready to die. And he did not have one symptom prior, not one symptom. So I'm thinking, wow, I recognize all these things he's going through, but now I have to babysit him. I can't go to the doctor because he needs a nursemaid. So I waited till he had been out of the hospital for 4 months and called. And fortunately, it was about 6 months to get in. But a lady that goes to our church worked for that heart doctor. She said, Deborah, I will get you in. And I was in a week later, and they said, guess what? You're having open heart surgery. Found out that I had 5 blockages in my heart. 5 blockages. I was a heart attack waiting to happen. I would have probably been dead within a year if I hadn't gone in. So if I sound dramatic, it is, y'all. You need to take care of your hearts. During I did all the stuff that I was supposed to do, and then I finally got started on physical therapy. They put you in physical therapy, and they make you walk on the treadmill and do this and do that. And then they also had you do a nutrition class, which was today. And she said a couple of things I just want to share with you, and I'm almost done. She said that sugar is caustic inside your vessels. It's caustic inside your vessels because it shortens the vessels, which means it restricts the blood flow. That's why people that are diabetic often lose limbs, because the blood flow is restricted so badly that limbs start to die off. But caustic to your blood vessels, don't eat any sugar. I have to change my ways. She said that exercise is like an external bypass. When you exercise, I mean, we all know that exercise is good for us because it strengthens our heart, but it also opens the blood vessels. So when your blood pressure is high, I did not know this, your blood pressure is high, and you exercise, and then they retest you afterwards, your blood pressure is normally lower than when you started because exercise lowers your blood pressure. And so exercise is an external bypass. And the last thing she said is that all chronic illness is caused from inflammation. All chronic illness is caused from inflammation. So my last thought for everybody, if you are not doing something to take care of your heart, if you're not, and they give us this cute little list here of these are the things that you can do to get rid of stress. There are some things you can do. There's non-modifiable stress factors, and then there are modifiable factors. Non-modifiable, your age, your gender, your genetic factors, your race, and your ethnicity. And then modifiable, high blood pressure, smoking, stress, diabetes, physical inactivity, obesity, and high blood pressure. Those are all things that we can do. And one of the things that they stress today is nutrition. And we all know how important nutrition is. And um, one way or another, we're going to pay for our health. We either pay for it now by doing the things that we know that we're supposed to do and getting the right nutrition, spending a little bit of money on some nutrition, or we pay for it later. Because the last thing that she said to me really kind of hurt my feelings. She said, well, now that you're a heart patient, and I said, but I'm only going to be a heart patient for what, 6 more months? And she said, when you're a heart patient, you're a heart patient for the rest of your life. Oh my God, I'm an old fart. I'm a heart patient now and forever. Please take care of yourselves. Questions?
Lord, sweet Jesus, now I have to talk. Thank you very much, Deborah.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. So let's take all of that information, which goes into what I'm going to talk about right now. Let's give her a round of applause for being so vulnerable and open.
Thank you.
Didn't know this was going to go that way. Pull it together. Okay, you guys, I encourage you to take some pictures of my screens. I encourage you to take notes because we literally are going to address what she said, and I didn't know exactly what she was going to say. So, my favorite heart patient right here. Okay, how to love and protect your heart. This is really the crux of everything. In case you guys didn't know it, heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the US. We are a very unhealthy nation. Part of about it is because of our food, because of what we bring into our environment. 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent, no symptoms. And this is the part I want to make you guys understand, and that Deborah said that is so important, is that her symptoms were a little bit of a heaviness in her heart. This thing of her eating, that's the thing that's really inflammation. I saw, Deborah, some people's eyes when you said it feels like something in your throat. I talk about cancer prevention and about how much people can prevent cancer. That's one of my overviews, but also 80% of heart disease is preventable with lifestyle changes. So what I'm going to talk about is some of the things that we do to clog our hearts and what we do, our arteries, our valves, that we can unclog. We can rotor-rooter our valves, okay? And our veins and our arteries. So reality check, you guys, every 33 seconds in the US, someone dies from cardiovascular disease. That is way too much. Nearly half of US adults have at least one major risk factor. And the problems are high blood pressure. We're going to talk about that. The things I've done to lower my blood pressure, lower my cholesterol. And in case you guys did not know, smoking is bad for you. Does that surprise anybody? Poor diet. We are a nation of fast foods. I'm going to talk in depth about what really bad cholesterol is, and lack of exercise. And I did not know that, Deborah, about your blood pressure actually lowering when you exercise. So one of the things I'm going to talk about is exercise at this particular moment in time. And this is all I'm going to say about this. Set an alarm. Set an alarm to get up and walk. Set an alarm. Park farther away from the door. Don't park near the door. Find ways to go up and down the stairs. Don't take an elevator. Make this a part of your life, okay? So what is high blood pressure? This is a long version, but let me just kind of break through this. It forces your heart to work harder than normal to pump blood through your body, okay? So high blood pressure is your blood's having a hard time going through those veins, those arteries. And over time, this extra strain thickens the heart muscle and stiffens the arteries, making them less flexible. And the constant pressure also damages the inner lining of your arteries, creating tiny tears where cholesterol and other substances can build up, forming plaque. This buildup narrows the arteries, restricting blood flow and increasing the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardio diseases. In short, high blood pressure slowly wears down your heart and blood vessels until they can no longer work effectively. Let's talk this for a minute, okay? The constant pressure creates tiny tears where cholesterol can build up. All right, so let me talk about that because I learned this recently. Cholesterol, there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, right? You guys have heard about that, right? How many are under the belief, and I'm going to pull my screen out, under the belief that God does not create bad things, right? So cholesterol God created. Why do we name it bad cholesterol? When you pick your finger and you start bleeding, right? Do you realize that blood has a lot of things and it has protein in it, it's got some other stuff to form a clot. It also has cholesterol that's going to heal it. So when you cause pressure on your heart, that cholesterol that's there is actually going to heal it. So bad cholesterol is actually healing. What causes those tiny little cuts? Processed foods. When you guys eat processed foods, it's actually causing little cuts in your veins. It's caused the cholesterol to go there to go heal it. So its job is to actually heal, but we keep eating processed foods and sugar, which are actually tearing up our veins. Is that not fascinating? Absolutely fascinating. So, high cholesterol can impact your heart by building up deposits, plaque inside your arteries, and this is called atherosclerosis, which I butchered that. That's not quite right, but I practiced it and it's not quite right. So bad cholesterol, what we call our bad cholesterol, sticks to your artery walls. And over time, it gets thinner and thinner, right? That means blood flow can't go through your heart, and that means your other organs do not get enough oxygen-rich blood, which can cause chest pains. But Deborah was having chest pains because the blood wasn't going through and she wasn't getting enough oxygen blood. Plaques can rupture, causing blood clots to form. If that clot blocks blood flows to the heart, it triggers a heart attack. So when your plaque is rupturing, it clogs, that causes a heart attack. If it blows to the brain, it's caused a stroke. So good cholesterol helps remove the LDL, the bad cholesterol. But if your good cholesterol is too low, your body can't clean up your cholesterol. So getting rid of all cholesterol is actually not good. Are we all getting that? So looking at this, okay, one, we got to make sure we quit forming bad cholesterol. Okay, but you also need some cholesterol. You can't get rid of it all because it's there to help us. So high cholesterol looks like this. It's building up the arteries, and it's narrowing the passages by which the blood can flow. Right? So everything you put into your mouth can either help or hinder that artery. So the warning signs, of course, we all know the chest pains, the arm thing, the thing you see on TV, but look at this. This is what Deborah was going through, just shortness of breath. She was tired all the time. I don't know if you had any swelling, Deborah, in your legs. Did you have any of that? She did. Okay. Nausea. She had nausea. She had back pain. She thought it was her back. She had back issues, really extreme fatigue. You know, part of this could look at as like she's working too much, whatever. So part of it is you guys know your numbers. This is something you might want to take a look at. I highly recommend, and at the end, I'm going to tell you and ask you to do this. Getting your blood work done doesn't necessarily have to be expensive, and I have been doing my blood work consistently for years to know that the program that on has lowered my cholesterol 55 points, lowered my triglycerides, all kinds of things that like that. So know your healthy range, write it down, get it from your doctor, and start working towards getting there. You have to know your numbers. I say this to my building team all the time. My team of people that I work with is know your numbers. Same thing with your health. You guys know your numbers. What are your triglycerides? What is your cholesterol? What is your blood sugar? Did you know you can measure inflammation? Because like Deborah's therapist said, in which we know all health issues are dealt with either because of inflammation or high blood or free radicals. So here's the lifestyle changes that I'm going to ask and suggest you guys do. So eat more fruits and vegetables, whole grains, protein. I love me some gal, man. Limit sugar, salt, and processed foods. Now, do not go completely off salt. That is a falsehood. If you think about it, you go to the hospital, they give you a bag of saline. What is that? It is salt water. Part of the problem people are having is that they are lowering their salt all the time. Move your body. This is why I say, even if you have to do things like park far away, quit smoking, quit it now, limit alcohol. My husband just walked in. I'm gonna move my body more by go chasing around the house and hitting him. That's what I'm gonna do. Manage stress through sleep, mindfulness, or hobbies. I have a whole training, you guys, on sleep, the things that you need to do to sleep, right? 86% of the population is sleep deprived. How's that for a weird statistic? But you guys need to know what your food does, right? Proteins, protein. My dear sweet sister lost 90 pounds. We have a weight loss program that she's followed, but part of it is her setting an alarm to eat her protein the start of her day and end of the day. She set an alarm to make sure she did it. Just by adding protein was an amazing thing. Nuts and eggs are really good for you, good cholesterol, fruits and vegetables. Oh my gosh, the fast food. Is that a surprise? And here's the thing, parents, if you guys are parents, I made the mistake when my kids were younger as a babysitting tool because I did not plan well enough. Go grab some French fries from McDonald's to soothe my kids because I overplanned my day. Horrible parenting on my part. Whole Foods, get the fast food out of your life. There are so many videos on how horrible fast foods are, about the chemicals in them, all the things that are there. There is no redeeming factor for any fast foods. Now, processed foods, lunch meat, Lunchables, those are processed foods, canned beans, canned chilies. These can cause the bad cholesterol. How? By triggering inflammation. Remember, Deborah said inflammation and free radicals, your cells breaking down, those are our issues. So, nearly two in five adults have high cholesterol. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna make my screen bigger here. How many of you, give me a hands up if somewhere in the last year you've had your cholesterol checked? Raise your hand if you've had your cholesterol. Okay, I see some of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of us. Ooh, the rest of you guys, thank you for raising your hand. You guys, schedule it. Go get your cholesterol checked. It's your numbers. You don't know where you are. And don't not do it because you're afraid. Does that make sense? Grammatically, don't not do it. Thank you, Philip raised his hand too. Thank you for that. Good job, Philippe. Don't be afraid of what the numbers are. That's just your starting point. Like people that are afraid to get on the scales because they don't want to know the number. Don't let fear make your decision for you, right? Do not let fear make your life decisions for you. Every 39 milligrams dropping in LDL reduces heart disease by 20%. That's huge. High cholesterol has no symptoms, you guys. Like, oh, I feel okay. Obviously, my cholesterol is fine. It doesn't work like that. Does that make sense? You can't feel cholesterol. All right, healthy heart. Nutrition. These are the things that we need in our diet, in our food. Omega-3s, of course, for heart and brain. Antioxidants fight oxidative stress. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, what an antioxidant is. Magnesium and potassium help regulate blood pressure. CoQ10 helps support cellular energy and heart muscles. Multivitamins for the nutritional gap. Now, you have to eat a lot of fish to get omega-3s. And some people don't eat fish and do not eat farm salmon. Do not eat farm salmon. Do not eat farm salmon. No, 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 no. Antioxidants, their job is to help fight free radicals. In other words, when your cells kind of mess up, this is like second grade level science, right? You have a cell, and when part of it starts breaking apart, an antioxidant helps make your cell whole again. That's the simple version. You get antioxidants from your fruits, right? Um, Fruits, nuts, these are where you get your antioxidants. There's some vegetables in there. So the idea is to stay in balance. If you have too many free radicals and not enough antioxidants, you're going to be an unbalanced. And what happens when you get unbalanced? It causes oxidative stress. Notice the heart. When you are unbalanced and you do not have enough antioxidants to calm those free radicals, this is what happens. This is the same screen that I use when I'm talking about cancer prevention, when I'm talking about inflammation. You have to have a lot of antioxidants to keep your cells happy. Okay, so all of this, there's a lot of information here, is what happens when you do not have enough antioxidants. And heart issues are because of that. Look at this: angina, heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, all because your body is not in balance. But here's the problem. It's not so simple. Hate to say. We are supposed to eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, right? Here's the problem. Our soil lacks nutrients. Our soil is highly depleted. Soil depletion is causing our food to not be as effective as it used to be. What do I mean by that? Not as effective. What the heck, Sandy? Look at this. In 1953, you could have 1 bowl of spinach. In 2000, you'd have to have 43 bowls of spinach to equal the same nutrition as 1953. Now, that was 25 years ago. I can't find a statistic for today. Is that not crazy? We are biblically supposed to rotate, what is it, Deborah? Rotate our crops every 7 years. Isn't that what the Bible tells us to do? Do they do that now? Oh no, they just keep pouring toxic chemicals on it to make things grow, which then again, our fruits and vegetables have toxic chemicals in them and our body absorbs that. But there's not enough nutrition in our food. In fact, look at this. In 1980, you could eat 1 orange. Today, what do you have to do? 8 oranges. Because of lack of nutrition. Now, if our body is running off of needing nutrition to keep everything working well, your heart working well, and this isn't happening, then maybe we need to supplement, right, our diets so that we get the nutrition that we have. What happens when you do not have enough nutrition? This is what happens. If you do not have enough nutrition, if you do not have enough antioxidants that comes from our food, these are the things that happen. Unfortunately, I'm not smart enough to make this stuff up. You can find it anywhere if you do your research. So how I work with my body, I shop with a US-based manufacturer called Melaleuca. I'm going to talk about that for those of you that are not customers, that offers clinically proven healthy supplements, especially heart health. These products are non-toxic, affordable, and work better than anything I've ever tried from box stores, meaning if you want to keep your heart healthy, do not bring toxic chemicals into your home. Why? Because free radicals, your cells breaking apart, they start breaking apart because of the chemicals in your house, the chemicals in your food, the chemicals that you breathe. Your cells are going flipping nuts because of all the chemicals. And you're going, I don't bring any chemicals. Do you use Tide? Do you use bleach, Windex, Febreze, Scubium Bubbles, Palmolive, Cascade? Those are all toxic chemicals that are literally making your body freak out because of all the chemicals. And there is not enough nutrients in our food to counteract that to keep you in balance. This is the other thing that I do. This is how a lot of people on here have lost weight, is that we are on what's called the R3 weight loss plan. This is a free weight loss plan from our shopping club that tells us our yes list, no list. The no list are foods that affect our blood sugar, which of course are going to cause more free radical activity. And these are some of the supplements that I'm going to cover in detail that are specifically for heart health: Provex CV, Phyto-Omega, and FiberWise. These are the 3 things that I did that lowered my triglycerides to normal level, dropped my cholesterol 55 points to level. In fact, my blood work was trash on the supplements that I take here, turned them not good, but optimal. My blood work cannot get any better. It literally is optimal. So what is Phyto-Omega? This combines
I had trouble with
Phytosterols.
my blood work. It sucked.
All right, Mark, I don't know why you're here. But there we go. Coenzyme CQ10, omega 3s to promote healthy cholesterol levels, cardiovascular functions. Um, the phytosterols work by blocking dietary, look at that, blocking dietary cholesterol absorption, meaning if you are eating things that are causing your cholesterol to go crazy, this helps to block that. Isn't that interesting? CoQ10 supports energy and reduces clot formation, reduces clot. And omega 3s help manage triglyceride levels. So, Phyto Omega, look at all that. Put all that together. It's going to block cholesterol absorption, reduces clot formation, and manage your triglyceride levels. Provex CV, it's developed to help maintain healthy blood pressure. So what are we doing? This is like the roto-rooter of everything. Features natural ingredients like grapeseed extract, green tea, bromelain, which together supports vascular health and healthy blood pressure regulation. All right. So
God is good.
these are two of the things. There's also FiberWise, which is really important in there too. So I also take potassium and magnesium, all which are good for blood pressure. These are important to take too. CoQ10, I take that also because it supports cellular energy and heart muscle. Now, not all vitamins are the same. All right, they're not all the same. So why do I take the supplements that I take? Because they have something called Oligo, and Oligo is a patented mineral technology that binds essential minerals. So think about it. It's binding these minerals to amino acids and oligofructose, which is how whole foods are naturally providing nutrients. And this is designed to make minerals absorb and be used. So Oligo is what separates vitamins from regular vitamins to our vitamins so that they are being used better. Like this is what they do. It is better absorption. Oligo minerals are up to 10 times more soluble than traditional minerals found in those supplements that you find like at Costco. Those vitamins aren't any good because there's nothing to make them absorb. Do you hear me? If you're buying your vitamins from Costco, they are not absorbing. Better antioxidants. Remember that. We got to keep our body happy. You have to have a lot of more antioxidants to counteract those free radicals. Traditional minerals like, look at this, oxides, gluconates, and sulfates can trigger free radical damage. Those minerals can make you have more free radical damage, right? So what we do in this disruption cancels out antioxidants like vitamin C and E. So Oligo minimizes this effect.
God is good. God is great. God.
I don't know who that is, but Oligo minimizes this effect, offering up to 5 times better antioxidant protection, okay? So the reason for these vitamins is to offer that protection. So you guys, Costco vitamins are ineffective and can be harmful. They can be harmful because of this. They can trigger free radical damage if you don't have something to make your body absorb. All right? So these studies have proven that Oligo's benefits were conducted with live humans. After making these findings exceptional, that's making sure that you understand that this wasn't dumb. And here's kind of a little graphic to show you with absorption, the antioxidant protection, scientific validated, and then the patent. So this is what I choose to work with my heart health. What this means for you when you choose these supplements powered by Oligo, it's better absorption for your body, enhanced antioxidant support, and then real life reliability. Now, what you need to do, you guys, you need to check your numbers. Swap out one processed foods for a fruit or veggie daily. Like, look at your life and really take notice of what it is that you're putting into your life, right? And start walking more. Drink more water, less soda. Do not drink energy drinks. Do not, okay? There's chemicals in them, they're horrible. And we're going to talk about heart supportive Oligo just a minute where you can get it. Now, if you have somebody here and they are not a customer, if you want to set them up as a customer, this is my presentation number. You guys can put that on there. I'm going to now switch over to this. If you guys are not yet a Melaleuca customer, I'm going to go over what Melaleuca is all about, why I shop here, and how you can be a customer. Now, like I told you, and I don't know who this person is that keeps coming on here, and if there's some way that I can make somebody else an admin, I would, to see if you can cancel them out. Deborah, you want to see if you can cancel them and remove them when they're here? I don't know if you can do that. Okay, never mind. I just locked it. No one else can join. This is where we shop. There's many of us on here that are Melaleuca shoppers. And the reason why we choose to shop here is because this is where we get over 400 products that are healthier and that are less toxic and less expensive. Because one of the things that we know, has anybody ever heard the word hormone disruptor? Let me see the word hormone disruptor. Okay. Hormone disruptors are things that make your hormones quit working as well. There's a scientific, Marcella's rolling her eyes. Yeah, that's the best way to look at it. Hormone disruptors are things like chemicals that you bring into your home. When you're bringing in Tide and bleach and ammonia and Windex, those actually, when you breathe them in, they can make your hormones not work as well. This is why if you're tired all the time, if you've got any kind of hormone issues, this can happen and make it worse. So I'm going to walk you through what Melaleuca is, why we love to shop here. And this doesn't take very long, but I'm also going to show you some products that specifically that we use towards heart health. Okay. So you guys, after all this, I hope you realize that your family's health has never mattered more. We just came off of a pandemic, didn't we? And with the pandemic, we found out that we can catch weird little diseases and it can actually terrify us. But what a lot of people don't realize is the products that you bring into your home can either help you or make you sicker. So Melaleuca is actually a 40-year-old company. We've been around a long time and we've developing wellness products for 40 years. So home cleaning and laundry line, you guys, this line is super important. You do not want bleach in your house, especially if you have pets and kids. If you clean it, we have got something for you. Our personal care line, again, if you're going to use shampoo, conditioner, you don't want toxic things that are going to turn into a vapor in your shower and you're going to breathe in. The vitamins and supplements I kind of talked about, but they actually have a huge line that are specifically for heart health, inflammation, bone and joint health, brain health, all kinds of issues that you may have. Medicines and treatments, so your ibuprofen, allergy medicines, sunscreen, healthy foods and drinks. I just had a brownie. That is low carb sugar impact, gluten-free. Skincare and cosmetics. We even have an essential oil line, a baby line, a teenager line. And the way that this company is very different is that it combines science and nature together, which is very important. It's not just that we're organic, we're making science make nature work better. And what I love is that we test our products against our competition. So when you just saw those product lines, understand that Melaleuca has tested all of those products against the competition. And our products have to come out better, more effective, non-toxic, and less expensive. So if you think health and wellness is expensive, not here. So just get that out of your mind. This is not more expensive. In fact, you're going to save money, and I'll show you. So we're a little bit like Amazon and Walmart.com in that customers order from us and we send our packages directly to them. So we are a US-based distribution centers. We have distribution centers in Canada and Mexico and all over the country, all over the world. Our biggest advantage is what we call vertical integration. We develop, manufacture, and sell our own products, not somebody else's. Please hear that. We're not selling anybody else's products. These are all our products, and this allows us to maintain control from the very bottom to the top, which means we control the ingredients, the manufacturing, the packaging, and UPS actually comes to our building and handles all of our shipping. Now, when you guys go to the grocery store, did you realize that 63% of your price is going to TV ads and truck distribution, celebrity endorsements, those big retail spaces? So that doesn't add any value to you, right? So Melaleuca does things different. We sell directly to the consumer. There are no middlemen, and that allows us to put that dollars towards our safer and higher quality ingredients, better formulas, and better performance. So the reason why so many of us on here have been shopping for years is because these products literally do work better. And we rely 100% on word of mouth. 100%. So you were invited by someone because this is how we do it. We prefer to invite people rather than do TV ads. And there's millions of customers, just like us, like we invite you guys, that just switch stores. It's just replacing what you're already buying. It's the same dollars, you're just spending it on better products. Now, our cleaning line is important also for heart health. Because remember the free radicals. Unbalanced. If your body is so busy fighting those bleach and those toxic chemicals, you can't have enough antioxidants. So part of the problem, and probably what we're trying to do, is help you remove the toxins from your home. So your body has a better chance of being unbalanced, which means get rid of your Cascade, which is outlawed in 16 states because it's bleach. You're literally putting bleach in your dishwasher. And then you're eating off those bleach plates. You see how that's unhealthy? We don't have safety caps. I love the fact that we don't have to lock our cabinets because none of these products are toxic. We've never been sued. Procter & Gamble cannot say that. This no list is what we're hoping you guys understand. No chlorine bleach. You don't want that in your house. You don't want ammonia, phosphates, salicylates, parabens, formaldehyde, abrasives. You don't want them in your house. You don't want them for your heart. You don't want them for your kids, your grandkids. The other thing is that these natural brands are mostly water. Look at that. Windex is 94% water. I was a huge Windex fan. I love cleaning my windows, right? 94% water. I throw that bottle away and buy another bottle of water. How silly is that? By contrast, what we do is we've mastered the art of concentration. One little bottle makes 6 big bottles. So I've had this bottle for almost 15 years. I keep using it. This is my window cleaner. I want to buy a little one bit and it makes 6 of these bottles. It's about $1 per bottle. And it works better than Windex. And it's way less expensive than Windex. And it's not toxic. So you can look at the pricing too. I know that when I first started with Melaleuca and the health and wellness, I felt like maybe that it would be more expensive. But what I found is that it's less expensive by the way we do our business. So if you guys like saving money, this is the way to go. Now, we save a lot of pounds of plastic because we use our bottles over and over again, the fossil fuels, harmful emissions, just because of the way we do our business. Now, believe it or not, if you're buying your personal care products from the grocery store, you are putting parabens, formaldehydes, and dyes on your body. And think about it. You're in the shower. You've got that nasty shampoo and it's all sudsing up and that turns into a vapor. And then you're breathing it in because of the steam. What is that doing to your lungs? It's causing lung damage. This is an example of how we test everything. Our skin therapy, the Renew, it outperforms all kinds of leading other lotions like Renew. Now, as a customer, we all have access to the science, which I love. I love the fact that I can look at all the science that's been done to compete with our products competing with others. This is same non-toxic better solutions are also for our beauty care line, our skin care. And look at this, there's different kinds of skincare for different kinds of skin. So whether you have oily skin, dry skin, sensitive skin, young skin, old skin, greasy skin, we have something for you. Love the cosmetics. That's what I'm wearing right now. Really great cosmetics, skincare, and hair care. I love the purple shampoo because it makes my fake blonde hair stay white instead of turning it yellow. Marcel is laughing. Now, the Heart of Melaleuca's supplement line, of course, we've gone over Oligo. So you guys, this is not just for heart health. If you have gut health issues, sleep issues, stress management, weight issues if you love sports, if you're out there playing pickleball or golf. You need daily supplementation, and I take all of this. All of this. And these vitamins have literally changed my health from almost dying to optimal health. Now, we talked about this. This is why you need supplementation. Our nutrients are not in our soil anymore. So the need for quality supplementation has never been greater. You guys, our ground is not getting better. So we talked about Oligo a little bit. What I love is, again, as a customer, I get all the science. And what they found on all these science, this what the Freiberg study is and the Sterling, those little circles, our vitamins start working within the first hour. Imagine that within the first hour, blood work starts changing. And as a customer, peakperformancestudies.com, peakperformancestudies.com, you can see all the results. And you get to see the 25 key health markers and what happened after the first hour, after 3 weeks, after 6 weeks. You can see how the blood work starts changing. It's phenomenal. Now, Melaleuca has a lot to the shopping club. We, as a member, get a lot of discounts. We actually have a shopping portal where I can shop at 1,900 stores like Costco, Home Depot and Petco and Office Depot, and I get discounts and cash back to help me pay for my order. So there's a big program with the Melaleuca Shopping Club. Talk about heart health, beef. It is absolutely not true that beef is bad for your heart. It's a horrible, horrible thing that's gone on there. But one thing that makes our beef different is that we're part of the Never Ever Club. We never ever use hormones or antibiotics in our beef. This is truly the best tasting beef on the market. So, how do you become a member? This is pretty simple. You open an account, kind of like a Costco account, but our membership's only $19 per year. Now, for you that are on here right now, your membership is $1. How's that for a special? If you guys are watching this and it's not August 12th, your membership's probably $19. It's special all the time, but right now for you guys, your membership is $1, and that lasts for a full year. Now, what we do is we shop here monthly because every product is 100% satisfaction guarantee. There's zero risk. By shopping here every month, it means you get better prices. Now, what we do as a member in order to get the discounted prices is we shop for at least 35 points every month. Every product is assigned 35 points. As an example, 1 bottle of laundry detergent, 1 bottle of Renew lotion, 1 bottle of shampoo, and then an electrolyte drink called Sustain. That's 36 product points. So 4 products, 35 points. Now, if you're sitting there going, oh, I don't want to be required to shop every month, you don't have to. But let me explain something, okay? The average shopper shops for way over 50 product points. And you know what? We have something that if I ever forget to place an order, Melaleuca is going to send me a backup. It's just that it's a backup. It's not an auto ship. It's something that I've chosen because I go through all my vitamins every month and I buy them every month and I have for 15 years. You can suspend your membership at any time. Do you hear me? You can suspend it, but here's the deal, you guys. I don't know about you, but I'm committed to some amazing things. Like, I don't know, I brush my teeth every day. Are you committed to that? You guys brush your teeth? I wash my hair every other day. I'm committed to showers. I'm committed to coffee. I'm committed to my beef. I'm committed to eating every day. Do you guys eat every day? Are you guys committed to that, right? I'm committed to my vitamins. So I am going to shop somewhere, and I know you are too. But one of the things I'm committed to is lower prices. I do not want to overspend. This month I saved $162 on my Melaleuca shopping because I shopped here. $162 I saved this month. I've been shopping for 15 years. I've saved almost $30,000 by shopping here. I'm committed to my health. I'm committed to better quality products. So I'm going to shop someplace, and my job is to make sure that you make smart decisions too about your finances and about your health. Now, speaking of finances, we're always going to undercut our competitors, always. Because we're concentrated. Remember, that little bottle of laundry detergent is concentrated. You get 96 loads out of that. Let's talk about Target. Target doesn't talk about pricing. Look at that. These things are more expensive. So remember, you guys, you're already shopping somewhere. We're just asking you to switch stores. When I first started, I bought a home convenience pack, home conversion pack. I went home and threw out all my toxic chemicals. I didn't want to continue having that stuff in my house. Why would I? I just found out about lung damage. I'm going to get rid of them, and I bought the home conversion pack. So if you guys want to start with a pack, you're going to save another 35 to 38%. Here's our special for you guys. Your membership's $1, and when you set up your account, you're going to get $100 of free product. How's that for a great gift? And they break this up over 5 months. You get $20 a month for 5 months. And they do this because they know if you try, like the electrolyte drink, this is what I'm drinking right here. That's on there. This is the coffee. Yes, I'm drinking both coffee and electrolyte drink. If you try it, you'll be stuck just like I am. I've been drinking that electrolyte drink every day for 15 years. Now, you may be thinking this sounds great. Why haven't I heard of this before? We know that the most authentic way to share anything is word of mouth, right? That's probably how you found your hairdresser or your favorite shoe store is by word of mouth. This is why we share. We want you to know that we love this and we want you to be a member too. We are all over the place when it comes to the news, believe it or not. And it says here, trust isn't given, it's earned. And so we have recently just been named most trusted brand by USA Today and America's Best Store. I'm pretty proud of that because I trust this company 100%. This is why I've been here. This is why I invited my mom. And at 89, she still shops here every month. So if you find somebody that you go, oh my gosh, this, my friend, my sister, my niece, my cousin, my neighbor needs to hear about this, then you can share it too. And there's somebody will help you to do that. And when you do, Melaleuca gives you a generous thank you check. But most people here are just customers, and that's fine. So what I love is that 96% of our customers are going to shop every month. Just like me, I've been here for 15 years. Deborah's been here for 15 years. My friend Linda's been here for 30 years. My friend Leslie's been here for 33 years. We stay because we love the products. We've paid out 7.6 billion families just like ours because I love sharing this company. So we want to get you started. We want to help you set up your account. If you are not currently a customer, I'm going to stop the recording as everyone say bye. Bye.